Hello and welcome back to Regina Young and the Zyboys Resource Center. I know. I have no clue why I'm still up watching the coronavirus when I have tons of stuff on the back end of me that I am in the process of putting together. Um, it's like crazy. My sister inboxed me and told me that her stimulus was pending, so I'm proud of her. I'm so happy for her. I have not checked mine. Um, I don't know how to check it because I have not stayed up on it. I don't know if I'm getting it. I guess it would say pending if I was getting it, right? I don't know. Maybe there was a cutoff of how much you can make. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find that information out so I can tell people because a lot of people are wondering where is their stimulus. But in the meantime, I've been just going around collecting the leftover Easter stuff, which you can see a basket behind me, because I want to still do an Easter event after the coronavirus ends. So I was thinking, I know there's this thing called Christmas in July, so I thinking maybe Easter egg hunt in like maybe August or June, June ideally, because I feel like the kids were robbed of Easter, and I think that if I'm able to get items on sale or a discount, I can get enough Easter items to be able to do a Easter egg hunt. I would like to get like 1,000 Easter eggs. So if you want to donate a bag of Easter eggs because they're on sale, you can actually order them online and have them shipped to the nonprofit organization at 156 BROAD Street, hashtag, which is the number sign, 106 Houston, Houston, Delaware 19954. So we have been watching PBS News Hour for April the 14th, 2020. So we're running a day behind, but there's so many of them I've been watching. And I have drunk so much coffee while I was doing the goodie bags and preparing the little sayings for our event for Saturday, where we're going to go out once again and feed the community, the elderly, the homeless, low income, or people that just want a meal. It's called Brown Bag Lunches. Please feel free to help by donating. We are always looking for chips, juice, and soda. So if you would like to order those items online, Amazon Smile, we're on there, or you can Cash App. Even if it's, I tell people, where I live at, you got to watch the videos of me shopping on Facebook where I show people how to save money. I've been doing that for about 5 years now, and people still don't catch on to how you can save so much money and how I, as a director, find ways to scratch the nonprofit budget and be able to do so much in the community. And it's because I'm a smart shopper and I clip coupons. But this guy is going to tell us when he believes the economy is going to be able to start to get back to normal. Donald Trump would like to reopen United States May the 1st. He says April the 30th should be the end of coronavirus. But a lot of people are saying no, maybe around the middle of May. I've been listening. A lot of people are saying May the 20th, and some people are saying they should just wait until June the 1st, even though the schools in Delaware are supposed to reopen
What I said
soon.
to our schools is we're not going to open before May 20th. I said to our small businesses, you're probably not going to open anything before May 20th. But by May 20th, we're going to have a lot of testing in place. We'll have an idea of where the infections are. By May 20th, we'll have a lot of the PPE and the gowns and the masks that we don't have right now. And we'll be in a much better position to make a determination of what we can open, how we can open, and when we can open.
And how are you confident that you're going to have all those things?
I'm not sure I'm confident. I know we have a much better chance to have it in the next few weeks than I've had it before. Let's face it, a lot of the PPE gets rerouted on the tarmac at JFK. But right now, it looks like supply is catching up with demand. We're beginning to get some supply in. We'll have masks. Masks allow me to get people back to work sooner. The testing protocol we're ramping up. I think within a week or two, we'll be able to do a lot more of the antibody testing as well as the molecular test to see who's infected.
I have to say I agree with him. Being in the medical field part time, I can tell you that there was a great shortage in gloves, and now they're actually able to find gloves in a lot of places. So they're able to get gloves. The problem is masses. They're still having a hard time getting masses. Now, I think by May the 20th, the economy will pick up as far as supplies because people are working to make products. I think that that is so true. I see now that if you go to the grocery store, you can now find meat. Now, some of the meat is still marked up higher than it was before the coronavirus scare. Not scare because it's real. Before the coronavirus really took effect, but you're able to find meat before in like March, around the 17th to I'll say roughly about the 24th, 25th. Now that I think about it, you could not find meat. I remember people texting me, "Hey, I see you're at the store. Is there ground beef? Ground beef?" I seen people ask, "Hey, is there chicken?" They were looking for any kind of meat. And now that there are two plants, one in South Dakota and one in Pennsylvania, that is closed, that are meat plants, a lot of people saying pork is going to be scarce. This wouldn't affect the Muslim people because Muslims don't eat pork, from my understanding, and it doesn't affect the vegetarians because they don't eat meat. It will only affect people that eat pork, pretty much. And you might see pork prices increase. And yes, pork was usually one of the meats that I can honestly say, besides chicken, that you could get pretty cheap or reasonable. And I was at the store the other day, and I must admit, pork was prices were a little higher than they usually are.
We know that you and other governors in the Northeast are coordinating, beginning to talk among yourselves about how you might do this together. The president, meanwhile, has said he has total authority to decide when restrictions are lifted. Who's right?
It takes them a
I think
while.
the governors working together, the governors were ahead of the curve on taking this virus seriously. And I think the governors are ahead of the curve knowing how to get out of the pandemic and thoughtfully open up our states. Look, Judy, I can't open up bars and restaurants in Connecticut if Andrew Cuomo keeps them closed in New York or vice versa. You're just going to have a flow of traffic back and forth. So some of these things we're going to do together.
And that is true. So in Delaware, the liquor stores are open, but in Pennsylvania, I think New York and New Jersey, they're closed. So what is happening is people are coming from those states down to Delaware to get liquor because they want alcohol. They want that vodka, that gin, that Bacardi, that E&J, that Jack Daniels, whatever other drink there is out there. They want that, and they can't get it in their state, so they leave their state and drive down to get as much as they can and then go back to their state. A lot of people will stop at multiple liquor stores and purchase hundreds and hundreds of dollars of alcohol. Then they can take it to their state, and unfortunately, they're selling it for a higher price because they know people can't get it in that state. So that's one thing that they're doing. So what he's saying, and he's the governor of Connecticut, that this is what people are doing. And what he's saying is true. So every state is going to have to kind of work together, because if one state do it and another state don't, the people, the residents, are going to travel back and forth. And that's exactly what they're doing. What do you think about that?
And how do you make those decisions? Because, I mean, one governor could have one set of factors he or she is looking at, another governor could have a different set.
Yeah, we all have very different situations, that's true. But we want to come up with a set of data. We want to set up protocols that work. I've got an amazing group, a task force that's going to be helping us decide, including the lead epidemiologist from Yale as co-chairman of it, along with the former head of Pepsi, Andrew Nui. And together they put together a business and scientific team that's going to help us come up with a strategy to slowly get our state back to work.
And what about coordinating? I'm going to be talking in a moment with the head of the Chamber of Commerce. What about talking to businesses in your state? And
guys, tell me what you think about this video. I want to know. What do you think? Do you think that your state should have closed down liquor stores? And do you think they should reopen the liquor stores? Do you think the liquor stores is a store that needs to be open?